Hey, what's up YouTube? So today I want to go over this new composting system I got and go over what I did collecting leaves. It's the fall right now in Michigan, the perfect time to collect leaves for all your composting needs through the season. So, and also I got a lapel mic now, so hopefully the audio is better, because I know in a couple of my videos it was kind of janky. So I also have the mic on the camera, so we'll see how this goes. But yeah, so yesterday I got this off of Amazon. It came yesterday and I put it together. It's a 2-bin composting system where you can add stuff to one while one's curing, or like I'll do this one for a while until it's pretty full, and then I'll move it to this one, and then let this one cure and switch to adding stuff to this one. But it's a cool little system. So if you ever see it, you know, for free you're looking to get a compost bin, like definitely check this one out. It seems pretty cool, pretty legit. So the other thing I did was I reused my trellises from my cannabis plants. They were holding my cannabis plants up, and I filled them with leaves. So right now it's fall in Michigan, ton of leaves. They all really just fell last week and they're still falling like crazy. So I just went through our front yard and collected a bunch with my wheelbarrow, put them in here, and then kind of stuffed them down so they'll stay pretty compact in there. And the same with this one. And then it sunk down also over the past day or two, so I'm going to add more to this one for sure before they're all gone. So then the point of that is, whenever you're making compost, you have to do a 3-to-1 ratio of browns to greens. And so browns are anything like leaves, they're dry things. Leaves, straw, sawdust, wood chips, and that's high carbon material. And then the greens are your food scraps, any sort of green. I have green grass right here that I'm about to do today, and stuff like that. So all your kitchen scraps, any plant material that's green. So you want to do a 3-to-1 ratio so that the microbes can break it down correctly. So what we're going to do today is do our first batch. My dad just cut the grass, so I got some green grass here, which will be my greens, and I got browns here. And I also like this system for that reason, because whenever I bring my kitchen scraps out now, I can just grab a couple handfuls of leaves and throw them in with a handful of greens. It's perfect. And the leaves won't go bad. They'll slowly break down over the winter, but they'll still be there to use. So yeah, today, basically for every handful of grass I put in, I'm going to put 3 handfuls of leaves. It's by volume, not by weight, because green stuff will always weigh a lot more, so you'd have to add a ton of browns to make up if it was by weight. So anyways, let's go ahead and get to it. I'll fill the bin and we'll discuss afterwards. So we got the bin full. I did 3 batches, 3 bunches of green grass, and with 3 each of the brown leaves. And then we're going to put the door on and give it a tumble. So that's what's cool about this system, is that my parents could even come out and do this. It's like super simple. Now you want to tumble it to give it a good mix, and also to get oxygen to the center, because as the microbes break stuff down, they're using a lot of oxygen and they need more to keep going. So with a regular compost pile, you do it with like a pitchfork, and it's like all this work. And my parents are, you know, getting up there, so they don't want to have to do that. So I got them this system, so they can just come out and give it a spin every, day or two, whenever they come out with some scraps. So let's see what we got. It's a good little mix. So as this stuff breaks down, there'll be more room, and you can keep adding. So I'm going to go ahead and just leave that for now, and come check it every couple days. It's cooler out, so it makes warmth, but also the microbes only work at certain temperatures, so they need warmth to even get going. So in the winter it'll be slower than in the summer and the spring, basically. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and see what happens. But that's my compost system. Oh, another thing I wanted to show you So another thing I wanted to show you real quick before we go is this was for my cannabis, and I cut these big holes in the bottom to be able to prune underneath with my cannabis plant. And they turn out to be, at first I was like, oh, maybe I'll cover them. But it turns out to be perfect, because as this pile goes down, and you won't be able to reach, you know, once it gets to like halfway, you could just pull them out of the bottom. So you can use it the whole season without having to, you know, demolish this thing to get to the bottom of it, which I think is pretty awesome. So it worked out perfectly. So that's my new composting system I have set up. As this one breaks down, once it gets closer to being done, then I'll start filling this one. I don't want to fill them all right now because we don't have any place to use the compost until the spring. So I kind of want to do batches back and forth. So I'll set the grass aside somewhere and use it as greens until it dries out. If it dries out too much, then it'll be browns. But yeah, I hope you guys learned something. I hope you enjoyed, and let me know in the comments any ideas you guys have that I could improve it, or anything at all. Just let me know. And also like and subscribe. Awesome. Thanks, guys.